When you think of Riley Hospital for Children, what comes to mind? Is it the children? Doctors? Or even a bright red wagon? When I think of Riley, I think of opportunities. Opportunities for each and every child who comes and goes through those doors. Opportunities for a better life, a bright future. Opportunities for those close to home. Some of those stories are right here in the Forrester family.
I definitely don't take anything for granted anymore.
Through this experience, I have gained so much more respect for pediatrics, for doing that sort of thing and trying to make the child feel like they're in a safe, special place while also trying to, help them understand what's going on.
I thought I had at least 3 angels that were there with me at Riley, and I knew that they were all real people and just doctors and nurses.
Without support and medical care of Riley professionals, their stories would be drastically different. Join our fellow Forresters in donating, raising awareness, and giving back.
Hidden Moon Studio supports Riley's Children Foundation.
During the last week of April, we will be raffling off different items donated by local Huntington businesses. Each $1 donation to the Riley Foundation will give you an entry to win a raffle prize listed on the Forrester Digital Network Facebook and Instagram pages. All prize winners will be announced in the last week of April, along with the total amount raised over the course of the month. Every donation goes straight to the Riley Children's Foundation for doctors to access and use immediately for emergency operations. Riley helped these Forresters, and now the entire Forrester family is giving back. This is Forresters for Kids.
Hello and welcome to the first ever Forresters for Kids campaign celebration. I'm Sydney Fife, and the junior broadcasting class at Huntington University would like to thank everyone for supporting our efforts to help Riley Children's Foundation during this difficult time. Connor West is a sophomore sports management major at HU who was treated at Riley in high school for leukemia. Here is his story. Huntington native Connor West was an average sophomore attending Huntington North High School when what seemed like nothing more than exhaustion became a diagnosis he was not prepared for. In 2016, Connor was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic lymphoma, a type of cancer that develops in white blood cells found in bone marrow. Connor was transported to Riley Children's Hospital for treatment.
We're all isolated into one unit, and there's only 13 or 14 rooms, and you can't leave the unit. You can leave the room, but everybody has to have masks on, and you can't really go into each other's rooms.
Although the experience of dealing with isolation was a struggle for both Connor and his family, his older brother Trevor commends the staff at Riley for the treatment they all received.
If you spend a day at Riley, you know how great, their nurses, they have the best in the world. They're always supportive to each and every family, to each and every kid that's going through that.
Riley Children's Hospital serves over 300,000 patients in 92 Indiana counties each year. Due to the recent coronavirus pandemic, the need for donations is even greater.
I know that I'm gonna be giving to them the way that they gave to Connor.
With the support of family, friends, and the Huntington community, Connor was declared cancer-free in 2018 and is now attending Huntington University, majoring in sports management.
Anything could happen at any second, so I definitely don't take anything for granted anymore.
Connor continues to attend Riley events such as dance marathons and encourages others to get involved with the great cause.
I would encourage people that don't know much about it to listen to people's stories and then also to donate, because every little bit helps.
I had such a great time getting to tell Connor's inspirational story. When we started Forresters for Kids, we had no idea that Riley Children's Hospital affected so many people, including one of our own classmates. Let's send it over to Grace to learn more.
Hi there, I'm Grace O'Brien. I am sharing the story of North Webster native Taylor Haywood. Haywood is a junior broadcasting media major who spent most of her kindergarten year being treated at Riley. She had several different diagnoses, including pain surrounding the stomach, intestine, and bladder. Looking back, she is grateful for the doctors and volunteers at Riley who helped make her feel comfortable and calmed her fears.
My name is Taylor Haywood. I am a current HU junior, and this is my Riley story. I had a lot of severe abdominal pain and pressure when I was around 4 or 5 years old, and doctors ended up diagnosing me with lots of different things, and I found myself at Riley for parts of my kindergarten year, which was kind of scary. I was in a bed and they had bars to make sure it didn't roll off the edge or whatever. And I remember Dad not wanting to leave, or I not wanting Dad to leave, and he ended up sleeping on the floor that night. And I just felt so bad, but at the same time so comforted knowing that Dad was there and that he wasn't going to leave me.
I am Tanya Haywood, Taylor Haywood's mom.
It's always hard as a parent, and to not know the answers right away, and just the overall anxiety of wanting your child to get better and not quite knowing yourself what to do. She had a lot of bladder infections and stomach problems, and we ended up having some surgery to fix some internal things that were causing her some pain. I know she was scared with all the new things and doctors and just instruments and things, but we had a couple things that we brought from home that were very comforting for her.
I received a couple of homemade cards from my other classmates saying get well soon, we miss you, we love you, we're gonna get through this, and I still have some of those cards. I remember putting them up on the walls of the Riley room and just trying to surround myself. That way I didn't feel so isolated. But a couple of nurses or volunteers talked together. We'd play board games and card games and, just talk, trying to figure things out. I think that's another way to where I didn't feel as isolated. It just felt nice to kind of have another adult who wasn't a doctor calm me down, make sure that everything's okay, and I'm really thankful for that. Through this experience, I have gained so much more respect for doing that sort of thing and trying to make the child feel like they're in a safe, special place while also trying to help them understand what's going on.
Riley was, and actually still is, really important to me because that's where I spent parts of my kindergarten year. As a child, I was definitely scared, but looking back on it now from an adult perspective, I am very grateful.
I would have never known about Taylor's story until she told us in Junior Project. I'm glad she shared it with us. Now let us send it to Becca.
Hi, I'm Becca Malott, and I'm sharing the Riley story of Beth Ann Bleemel and Faith Hill. These two students both came into Huntington as freshmen, but they quickly found out that their meeting wasn't a meeting at all, but a reunion. Find out how the care and treatment of Riley Children's Hospital affected these two students' lives.
I went to Riley Hospital when I was around 8 years old. I had intestinal malrotation.
I was at Riley Hospital in second grade, so I think I had just turned 8 years old. The doctor ended up telling me, well, you have something wrong with your ureter. Basically, urine would go down into my bladder, and then instead of being released, it would go back up into my kidney.
Definitely, for sure, it was different than a regular hospital. I felt like it was just a grand hotel for sick kids. I thought I had at least 3 angels that were there with me at Riley, and I knew that they were all real people and just doctors and nurses.
They made sure that I had anything that I needed. I remember, since I had an incision right around my bladder, it hurt to get up and walk and go to the bathroom, and just moving in general hurt. So they gave me this little pillow, and I could take that and I could hold it up against my incision, and that made it feel better. And I still have that pillow to this day.
Coming into Huntington, I heard God straight off the bat. I had separate time during my tour to ask him, what do you say about this place? And I heard him say, go ahead and call it home. I didn't know how much home it would actually be.
My Riley roommate and I, we discovered when we first met each other that our birthdays were the exact same day, just a year apart. She was a year older. And because of that, we just hit it off instantly. And when I left, we decided that we were going to try to stay in contact and be pen pals right back and forth to each other. But we were second and third grade. We didn't really keep up with that for more than maybe a year.
But I'm just sitting in my room one night. I get a message that just popped up on my phone. It says,
I'm so sorry if this is awkward, but I think you were my roommate at Riley Children's Hospital, and I'm sorry if you're not, and you can just forget about this. And
"You're where now?"
we realized, yeah, we were roommates, and now we're both at Huntington, and it was just a really cool experience to see how God worked in that way, and it was really special.
It was very enlightening to hear how God worked in their lives to bring them back together once again. Now, let's send it over to Taylor with some sponsors.
Thanks, Becca. This campaign to benefit Riley wouldn't have been made possible without the help of some very generous sponsors. Thank you so much to Hidden Moon Studios, Mike's Tree Service, Bud's Fish and Hole, Turn the Page Books and Music, JJ Java, Huntington 7, TCB Games, Hadi Malat Contemporary Paintings, and also each and every single one of you for your monetary donations and just sharing our content. So from all of us at Foresters for Kids, we thank you. Back to you, Becca.
Time to do the drawing for the 6x6-inch impressionistic painting done by my mom, Heidi Malat, and she will be drawing the names now.
Okay. And the winner is Marlene and John O'Brien. Thank you for donating. If you would like to find more of my artwork, you can see it at HeidiMalat.com.
Thank you to all of our prize winners, and make sure to check your email because that's where we will be posting all of our information about where to receive your gifts. Now it's time to do the drawing for Bud's Fishing Hole Fishing Pole. Bud's Fishing Hole has been supporting Huntington for 40 years, and let's see who won the fishing pole. All right, Scott Frost. Thank you so much to all the people donating, and let's send it over to Grace for some more prize winners.
Okay, I want to personally thank everyone for donating to the JJ Java drink coupons. And we're going to pull from this hat. So the winner is for this is Steven. You will get contacted pretty soon with your address and everything for your prize. Now the next thing that I'm drawing for is for the Turn the Pages music book. So I have some other papers that I'm putting in for this. So then the winner for that is, I dropped some, is Connie Bonner. Thank you for donating, Connie. Congratulations to you who won, Stephen and Connie. And make sure to check your email for details on collecting your prizes. Now back to Sydney for the final prize winner.
And last but not least is the winner of the 2-hour tattoo session at Hidden Moon Studios, located in downtown Huntington. You can see examples of their previous work on owner Bobby Blair's Instagram and Facebook pages. And now, the winner is Lisa Brewer. Congrats, Lisa. Make sure you check your email for details on how to collect your prize. And thank you to everyone who donated. During this pandemic, your gifts can really make a difference for healthcare workers on the front lines and children in need of care. Thank you for supporting Foresters for Kids and Riley Children's Foundation.